Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation on FoodTrace, a nutrition tracking app. My name is JT DePriest, and I worked on this project with Edfrey Flores Ramirez, Jeremy Pearson, and Sam Ho.
This application will user to track a person's nutrition and health. It also provides user with a range of features, including a food search, a food diary, nutrition analyst. With this web app, user will be able to track their food intake and monitor their nutrition intake easily, helping them to achieve their health and fitness goal.
FoodTrace uses this total daily energy expenditure formula to calculate a user's daily caloric goal based on the user's age, sex, height, weight, and activity level.
Now I will talk about the technology stack we used. For our backend, we used a simple MySQL database that consisted of two tables. The first table stores user information, while the second table stores food log entries. The food log table has a foreign key that links each entry to the user who logged it, along with the date the food was logged and relevant information about the food item. This design enables us to query all food item entries for a specific user and sort them by date, making it easy to display the data in a meaningful way. To manage our routes, we used Koa.js and Axios, and to get the data about each food item, we used the Food Data Central API, which is managed by the USDA. For our front end, we used React and D3.js and observable plots for our data visualization. Next, we will show a demo of our app.
You can start by logging by your email and password right here. If you don't have an account, you can click on sign up right here to make one. You need to provide email address, first name and password to make a new video. After create a new account, you can log into. As long as you log into your account, you can access to the dashboard. Then you can go to user tab to see your profile right here. If you are a new user, you can update your information by clicking on the update button right here. You can enter your date of birth, your sex, your height in centimeter, and your weight in kilogram. Then your activity level. Then your information will display right here.
So the home page or the daily summary page gives the user an overview of their total calories and macronutrients consumed. The progress bar for each piece of data represents the percentage complete of their daily goal. Please note that the calories allotted for the day currently are 3,079, and then the fat grams allotted for the user for the day are 154. These are subject to change based on what the user's nutritional goals are. So if we go to the goals page, they get an overview of their weight goals and nutritional goals. Let's say a user decides to change up their goals and they want to go ahead and lose weight, as noted here. We go ahead and save that. And let's say they want to change nutritional goals, so now they want to consume more fat per day. And we go ahead and save that. We go to the home page. Their number of calories allotted per day dropped, and the number of fat grams per day rose up based on what they input.
Let's check out the Graphs tab next. Here we can see a graph of all the calories that the user has consumed over the 7-day period. The graph is currently colored by the types of food the user has consumed as detailed by this graph. So all instances of the user consuming an apple are detailed red on this graph. We can see the graph based on how many calories the user has consumed, the number of grams of fat the user has consumed, the grams of protein the user has consumed, and the grams of carbs the user has consumed. We can also view all of these over a 7-day time frame, a 14-day time frame, and a 30-day time frame. As you can see, once the graph reaches something like 30 days, there's a lot of food, so it can be kind of hard to tell the difference between which types of food are which, because the shade colors are very similar. To help alleviate this, we added a tooltip to each of the graphs. The tooltip will show the food name of whatever you highlight, as well as exactly how many carbs, fat, or protein, depending on which graph you're showing. For example, in this graph, we can see that an egg omelet, or scrambled eggs, contains 14.6 grams of carbs. We can also view all of these in a list view instead of a graph view, so we can easily see the date, the food name, as well as the calories, fat, protein, and carbs. Let's go back to the 7-day calorie view, where you can see that this user has yet to log a lot of foods for today. Let's go ahead and add a meal and see how that's reflected on the graph.
Next, I'll talk about the add meal component. This is a very important part of our project as it allows users to track their macros and calories over time. When a user selects the add meal component, they are presented with an empty table that is labeled with the necessary information for a food log entry. The user can search for a food item using the search button or enter a custom food item using the input fields at the bottom of the current meal table. When a user searches for a food item using the search bar, our application makes an API call to the Food Data Central API, which then renders a list of food items with relevant information. When a user selects a food item from the list, the relevant information is then added to the current meal table. This table provides a summary of the food items that have been selected so far, allowing the user to review and make any necessary adjustments before logging the meal. Once a user is satisfied with their meal selection, they can log the entire meal with the click of a button. This will then add the meal information to the database, allowing for tracking of macros and calories over time. The user will receive a confirmation message at the top of the screen indicating that the meal has been successfully logged. The added meal data can now be used for generating daily consumption charts and tracking the user's progress towards their health and fitness goals. Now that we have logged a meal and we've received confirmation, we can visit the graphs page. And now we can see that these foods have been logged today. Thank you everybody for watching our presentation, and just remember, it's not a short-term diet, it's a long-term lifestyle change.